this NFC wildcard game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
3-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
You would give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a second and 7 from the 37. Herbert. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, He doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. After the run, now Herbert to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Now he's forced out right. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
He's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
He was
a solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Herbert has it knocked free. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A gain of
and a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
McCaffrey, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, it's Elliott. And some room to work. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott, 68 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
That ties the game at 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that's thrown to Pyramid out wide. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jameis to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
A first down carry by Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Back.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Drop deep, 59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, tackle, let's go. Easy. Mike, check.
They'll try to throw now. Winston under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Fletcher Cox forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
29 is Mike. Mike, 29. Tighten up. Pull it together. 29 is Mike. Mike, 29. Let's go, D. 29 is Mike. Easy. I'm coming after you.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
29 is Mike. Mike, 29. Blue there. Green, 17. 29 is Mike. Mike, 29. Watch the run. 29 is Mike. 29.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Play action. It's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. And they are going for it. Herbert now. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The handoff.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert now. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Michael Pruitt there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
14.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Thomas. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Winston. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Henry Ruggs, 67 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robbie Anderson, 74 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Bears 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Thomas. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big run that time by Elliott. 66 yards for him on the ground. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the
free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Good work that time to get him to jump. And now here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Bears' 12-yard line.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Pruitt. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Herbert. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 28 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Thomas. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
It's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a handoff looking right. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
56, the mark, boys. 56, go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Second and 15. Throwing, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Herbert taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 53 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Power running by Zeke. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 54 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears cut into that lead. Gano down to add the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is McCaffrey. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Elliott. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Slam. Jumper. Wait.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Running with Elliott. They find some open field here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott, 54 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 39 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Eagles 55, Bears 34.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He pitches it. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's Herbert down on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Easy. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Following the interception, Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Jonathan Taylor.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the gun, Herbert on third down, eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
In your face. 59 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 71 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Eagles on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third down and 12. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
56.
Jameis to throw it. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
65. Green, come with me. Mike's 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Winston now. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. There we go. Wait.
Winston looking deep for Julio. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of the time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st down, Eagles.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout As he'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Winston now from the 50. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
19, Hey, watch the slant.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
A loss of